guys, being on guys. Kung gano'n kayo inform kay Nori kung paano may process. Okay, so you have to keep in contact with the agency. Okay, ang name ko pala si Paul Guzarin. I'm an operations manager. Okay, I've been with McDonald's in Jeddah for the last, in total, 16 years. Okay, we opened the very first McDonald's in Saudi Arabia in 1994. Right now we have 70 stores. Okay, only in the western region, because Riyadh is a different area. Riyadh is an eastern region, and it's owned by a different company. Our company is Reza Food Services Company. Okay, and it's owned by the Alireza family. Okay, ang hawak nating area is in Jeddah, lahat ng southern region and western region, which is kasama yung Makkah, Medina, Tabuk, Yanbo, Abha, and the other part of the western region. We're opening a lot of stores in the Muslim area. That's why there's a lot of Muslim guys here. So hopefully all of you will be deployed as soon as possible. Okay, we're opening a lot of stores. This year we're still opening 6 stores, and next year we're opening another 12 stores. Now, depending on you, on your performance, and of course how you deal with your co-employees, because you have to remember, we have a lot of different nationalities in our company. We're working with around 12 different nationalities. We have Indians, Sri Lankans, Nepali. We have Arab countries like Jordan, Yemen, Kenyan as well, Sudanese, all the different Arab nationalities. So when you go there, if ever, you have to deal with them properly, okay? There's no such thing as Filipino to Filipino. There's no such thing as like that. We have to deal with each other equally, okay? Just to give you an insight of what is Saudi Arabia, okay? Saudi Arabia is a very strict country. Although in the Jeddah market is a little bit lax or open, but still it's a Muslim country. So kung sanay kayong minom, bawal ang inom. Okay? May mga illegal na inumin, okay? Pero pag nahuli kayo, kulong kayo, may walang multa. Okay? Kukulong kayo, tapos may latigo. Okay? Kung gusto nyo malatigo, okay lang. Okay? Depende yun. Kung saka ilalatigo kayo, hindi sa loob ng kulungan. Dadalhin kayo sa public place at doon kayo ilalatigo. That's every Friday. Kung ilan ang parang sa side yun, let's say may 100 lashes kayo. So, i-schedule yun every Friday. Okay? And then make sure ang Saudi Arabia, as alam nyo, is very strict, so bawal ang mga dates. Okay? Alam ko meron mga ibang galing na dito ng Saudi, like you guys. Okay? This is been in Saudi Arabia, right? So you know what is Saudi Arabia. Okay? Make sure na bawal, sundin ang bawal para hindi kayo makasundin. Huwag yung gagawin. Okay? Anyways, yung salary natin is 1,100 plus 250 food allowance. So that's a total of 1,350 riyal. Okay? Now your working hours will be 9 hours every day. You have 1 day off in a week. Yung 1 hour dun sa 9 hours is for break time. Okay? But usually since because of the openings, nagkukulang-kulang tayo ng tao sa tindahan. So ang tendency, mag-work kayo for 12 hours in a day. Pero may overtime yun. You don't have to worry about it. Okay? And you are entitled for a break while you are on duty, which is you are allowed to eat or to consume 17 riyals worth of food inside McDonald's. You Pero yung break na yon, hindi pwede i-transfer. That's for your own consumption too. Hindi po, may kamag-anak kayo, bibigay nyo, hindi po pwede yun. Okay. Ngayon, yung 250 food allowance nyo, yun naman yung pagkain nyo pag out of duty kayo. Okay. You will be provided with a uniform. Okay. But you have to buy your own shoes, black shoes. Okay. Now, very important, since we are in a food business, in Saudi Arabia, the health department is very strict. You have to follow whatever the recommendation is. Although McDonald's is a very strict standard, but whatever the recommendations of the Baladia, we have to follow them, or the health department. Okay, because they are very powerful. They can close your restaurant anytime. And once they close your restaurant, that's a very bad image for the whole company. Okay, that's why you have to be very careful in making sure that you follow the strict procedures. Okay? Your contract will be for 2 years. Okay, you are entitled for every year 21 days vacation, but you can only take that vacation after your 2 years contract. Okay? Now, let's say, nandun na kayo, unfortunately, may nangyari, emergency. Okay? Ang emergency na pinoconsider ng company is, if, sana lang, kung nangyari is, pag may namatay. Okay? Pag may namatay na kamag-anak. Ang kamag-anak is within the family only. Okay? Hindi namatay ang tita ko. Namatay ang lola ko. Okay? If your mother died or your father died, that's the time you will allow. But if it's only your auntie or your grandma, sorry. And plus, if you go on emergency, you have to pay 10,500 riyals. Okay? 10,500 riyals plus you have to buy your own ticket. Okay? Now, if you did not finish your contract, let's say after a year, or let's say you just arrived this month, and then next month you want to leave, you cannot leave right away. Because we have to process your ikama first or your residence card before you can leave. Now after they process that, that's the only time you can leave, but again you have to pay the 10,500 riyals. Okay, because the company is paying for your visa, your medical, your visa here in the Philippines, going there, your medical. When you arrive in Saudi Arabia, there will be another medical. This is different from the medical that we have here. Okay, plus of course the ticket. Now, the 21 days vacation in a year is because you're entitled for 15 days after. Okay, in a year. But we have holidays. We have the Ramadan Eid, which is we have 3 days vacation. And during the Hajj Eid, we have the 7 days vacation. Okay, 4 days, sorry. That's a total of 7, plus 1 day is the Saudi National Day. Okay, so for 2 years, you are entitled for 45 days paid vacation. Okay. Okay. Now when you arrive in Saudi Arabia, definitely you will be assigned in different areas. Okay. There's no such thing as I have my mother or my relatives in Jeddah. That's why I want to be assigned in Jeddah. This is to clear it out for everybody. It's the company's decision where to assign you. They can transfer you to any of the restaurants within the company anytime. Okay? This is the contract that you will sign before you leave. And then when you arrive in Saudi Arabia, there's another contract that you have to sign. Okay. Do you have any questions? Accommodation and your transportation is provided by the company. Okay, we have 5 different accommodations in Jeddah because it depends on your store location. and we also have different accommodations outside there. Now, your transportation going and coming back from work is provided by the company. So the only expense you will have is your food. Okay, so you go there, that's why you are given 250 reals to the lawa. Now, in McDonald's, there is a career path for everybody. Okay? In McDonald's, you have a career path. It depends on you guys, on how well you perform, on how you show your interest on your work. You can be a manager within 2 years or 3 years. It depends on you. Because there are some employees that we hire within 6 months they get promoted because the ladder in McDonald's you start as a crew. The next position you will have is a crew trainer. Once you become a crew trainer, you are now a candidate for a swing manager. Okay? After the swing manager, you have the next position, which is the second assistant. After the second assistant, you will become a first assistant manager. Okay? Now, first assistant, if you are well qualified to be a store manager, they will send you to Hamburger University. That Hamburger University is in Dubai. You will be sent there for a week to attend training, and it's being paid by the company. All expenses paid. When you come back after the class, you are now a candidate for a store manager. Okay. Now, when you become a store manager, you have the opportunity to become an operations consultant, which is you will be handling 5 to 6 restaurants. Okay. After the operations consultant, then that's the time you will become an operations manager. Okay. Now, our market is divided into 4 profit centers, which you will know later on. Profit center is composed of profit center is composed of around 20 to 25 stores. Okay, and you will have different consultants as well. Do you have any questions?
So requirements. Yung requirements.
What do you mean requirements?
Yung ipapasok. Kaiba.
Just coordinate with the agency about that. Okay?
Excuse me, sir. About the ikama, sir. Is that free or not free?
Ikama is free. It's being paid by the company.
Benefits.
Okay?
Benefits mo ba? Benefits mo ba?
You have an end of service benefit, let's say after 2 years. Okay, that's why there's a 15. This is how they compute this. Okay, let's say you work for McDonald's for 5 years, or let's say for 6 years. Okay, at the end of 6 years, you want to go home and exit already. You want to go home for good. Okay, the company will pay you half month for every year of service for the first 5 years. Yung ika-6th year, 1 month na. Kung anong current salary mo, doon nila i-base yung computation mo. Parang retirement mo or separation pay. Okay? But it is very important that once you go there, you have to save for your own future. Okay? Doon, mura lahat, ang electronics, everything mura. Pero dapat okay, because there's a lot of employees na nagkakandautang-utang just because of electronics or whatever, cell phone, okay? Nagkakautang-utang. Just make sure before you leave here, you have your own account. You can deposit your money. Okay? Make sure you have to be wise, or else you'll end up going home with no money at all. Okay. Any other question? Locally, yes, but I don't recommend that. Okay? Once you're due for a vacation, you go home and take your vacation, because you will be working for 2 years. And the stress of that 2 years, doon mo lang matitikman lahat ng klase ng stress. Because this is, to tell you honestly, Saudis are the most difficult customers you will ever have. Okay? That's why kami, tawag namin sa kanila, yung utak nila is mahal kasi hindi ko masyadong gawin. Okay? So you have to be very patient. Kasi there are instances wherein babatuhin ka ng ice cream sa mukha. Okay? So you just have to be very patient. Okay? Kailangan marunong kayong intindi ng customer. Kasi meron marami yung Saudis ngayon at very well educated. But there are still Saudis na tinatawag na padu or patutubo. Okay? So hindi pa rin marunong. And Saudis, ayaw nila na naghihintay. Kaya ayaw nila na naghihintay na matagal. Gusto nila lagi silang nauna. Okay? Now, McDonald's, siguro naman nag-visit nila yung mga McDonald's dito, no? Nakikita niyo sa Katebang Pro. Sa atin hindi masyado. Okay? Meron man, kaya lang syempre, because of the visa restrictions as well, sa dami ng tindahan na ino-open natin, ang nangyayari nagsukulang-kulang ng tao sa food. Kaya there are instances wherein mag-work tayo for 12 hours a day. Or sometimes, especially during the holidays, they will cancel your day off. But it's considered as an overtime. Okay? Lalo-lalo na pag holidays, yung Eid, that's the busiest days that your store will have. Okay? Also, you will be working with Saudi group in the restaurant. Okay? Mga kaskaitin, may mga Saudis na rin na nagtatrabaho sa atin. Huwag niyong i-expect na kung anong trabaho niyo, ganun din ang trabaho nila. Kasi kung tayo 100%, sila 50% lang. But we cannot afford to have zero Saudis, or else the government will not issue visas for us to hire from different countries. Okay? Mababait naman so far yung iba, pero hindi rin maalis. Katulad din natin sa mga Pilipino, di ba, marami rin aso, doon mas marami. Okay? Yun ang tandaan nyo. Kung may aso dito, mas marami to. Kaya ingat kayo. Okay? Huwag lang kayo makikipag-away sa Saudi. Kasi once nakipag-away kayo tayo. No matter what happens. Okay? Bansa nila yun eh. That's why you have to understand. Hindi yung hindi siyang mali. Kahit na mali yan, paningin nila tayo mali. Importante yung tindihin nila. Okay? Sige.
Sir, just in case na magkasakit sa
Meron kayong doon. So for medical, okay, meron kayong parang health card. Meron kayong health card. Hindi maririnig nyo ang ikaman nyo hanggat wala kayo doon. Okay, so it's being processed by the company. And there's a hospital where you can go, wherein you will only pay around 5 riyals. Basta 50% lang yung part na yun. Habang wala pa kayo noon, the company will show the everything. Okay?
Deducted mo siya. Deducted yun.
Ang alin?
Yung every month, yung deduction mo ba?
Wala.
Covered na po yun.
Covered yun by the company. They will provide it to you even before your ikama is issued. Kasi bago sila makapag-apply ng ikama nyo, they have to provide the medical insurance first. Ano pang question?
Yung tip sir, open.
In McDonald's, everywhere you go, tip is not allowed. Okay? It is not allowed to accept tips. But sometimes there are customers wherein you cannot really say no. Okay? You just have to tell them, sorry, we're not allowed to accept tips. Okay? Hindi mo maalis sa kanila yun. Sometimes meron talagang mga magbibigay sa inyo ng tips. But you have to inform the manager pag binigyan kayo. Okay. Baka isipin kasi, may binili sa yung customer, kinuha mo, tapos kinuha sa may pera. Okay?
Parang sa sumako.
Huwag na huwag lang kayong gagawa ng kalokohan pagdating sa pera. Okay? pag may ginawa kayong kalokohan sa pera, alam niyo naman siguro kung anong gagawin.
Putol.
Hindi na uso yung putol na yun. Pinukulong na lang. So that's why maingat kayo. Okay? Any other question? Placement fee, you will just deal with the agency. Okay? Anything else? Kasi it's for the agency. Yung sa company lang. Pagdating sa placement, company lang. Okay?
Yung sa work hours, tuloy for 9 hours, so may shifting.
May shifting kasi mga stores natin is it's open for almost 24 hours a day. Kasi meron din tayong breakfast. Kasalan sa okay? Depende kung anong shift ka nag-work. Kasi in Saudi Arabia, there's 5 prayer times. During these 5 prayer times, we have to close the store. We cannot serve to any customers. Okay? Meron tayong Fajr, which is the early morning prayer. We have the Dhuhr prayer, which is at 12. The Asr at 3, between 3 and 4. The Maghrib between 6 to 7 ng gabi. And the Isha between 8 to 8:30 ng gabi. So every time na mag-prayer time, we have to close the store 10 minutes before the start of the prayer. Okay? Because if not, they can when the matawa comes, matawas are the religious priests. Okay, they're very powerful. So if they see you working inside the restaurant, they can take you and put you in jail for a couple of hours. Okay? So you have to follow. There are some stores that matawas are very strict, but there are some stores that is not very strict. Okay? But 10 minutes before the prayer time is over, or before the prayer time is finished, we have to prepare for the opening. Because lalo-lalo na yung last prayer, pag-open nyo sa katebang customers. Okay, so you really have to be ready. Now, during Ramadan, which is a 30-day period, that's the fasting month. Okay? That's the fasting month for all Muslims. Muslim guys, you know that, right? Okay? Our stores will open, your working hours during Ramadan is only in the evening. It starts around 5 o'clock in the afternoon until 5 the following morning. Okay? So during Ramadan, during the daytime, lahat kayo nagtrabaho sa bahay lang, tulog. Okay? Kasi ang trabaho niya sa gabi lang. But make sure Ramadan, you are not allowed to eat, smoke, or drink outside. Okay? Or in public. For you guys who are not Muslim, if you want to eat or smoke, you do it inside the room. But not outside in public. Because they will arrest you. That's for 1 month. Now, the operating hours of the store, we open the stores at 6 o'clock in the morning until 4:30 or 5 o'clock the following morning. Okay? Ang mga Saudis kasi, or Arabs, they are not a morning person. Usually, lumalabas sila pagdating ng 9 o'clock until 4 o'clock the following morning. Kaya yun ang pinaka-busy time. Okay? Any other questions? Okay. Now, sa accommodation nyo, it depends on the size of the room. Pag malaki na room, it can accommodate around 6 people. They will be providing you with double beds. Now, depending on the size, but the minimum you will have is around 4 people inside the room. Okay, so you will be sharing with the same nationality, definitely. Okay? Hindi pwede sa Pilipino ka, may kwarto ka sa mga Indian. Hindi, kasi hindi maganda. Okay? And make sure all of you are following the personal hygiene. Okay? Personal hygiene. Make sure even yung fingernails nyo kasi chine-check yan ang health officer every time na visit the store. Putol, walang balbas. Okay? Hindi pwede mahaba. Okay? So, everyday dapat nag-aahit kayo at make sure everyday meron kayong deodorant. Okay? In Saudi Arabia, ang weather doon is hot or hotter. Okay?
Walang cold.
Hot or hotter? Sa jeddah yun. Okay? Kasi lumalamig lang doon ng konti pagdating ng January and February. All throughout the year, mainit. Lalo na pagdating ng June, July, August, yun ang pinakamataas. Sometimes umabot ng 50.
Init nun.
Okay? But don't worry, your accommodation is provided with air condition.
Yun.
Okay? Kaya yung mga maiitim, may pag-asa na kayo. Yung mga maiitim, may pag-asa na kayo. Okay? Kasi lahat kayo may aircon naman sa kwarto. Okay? What other questions do we have?
Sir, what is the regular operating hour?
From 6 o'clock in the morning until 5 o'clock the following morning. Okay. I've been with the company for the last 16 years. Actually, if it's in total, I've been with them for the last 21 years. Okay? Never na delay ang sweldo sa atin. It's either advance ng 1 day or on time, or sometimes, pag may problema sa bangko, kasi yung salary nyo is through ATM. Kung nagkakaproblema sa bangko, usually a little bit delayed by 1 day. Yun lang. Pero never na na-delay ang sweldo ng mga empleyado ng mga sweldo. Meron mga former employees dito, like this one and this one. They're both managers, June and Peter. You can ask them. Okay, they've been with us. Okay?
Sir,
Hindi na didelay
sino
ang sweldo.
magpo-provide ng ano sir, ATM po?
ATM will be provided by the company. What else? Any other questions? Okay. Thank you very much. I'll see you in Jeddah.
Because na 5-10 minutes babalik ko.
Jeddah na kami, Jeddah.